I met 33 people in person, 200 who became rich by making their own, and I have people who relate their habits and behaviors for 5 years. Wealthy habits. This is Tom Cole, who is drenched in poor habits. Today, the author of this book will introduce 8 common habits of wealthy people. 1. Make time to fully invest in yourself. Ordinary people don't usually learn additional things about their shoulders or their professional business. Kids don't wear periodicals dealing with their problems. They don't fall off their shoulders quickly. On the other hand, successful people are different, because knowledge and learning are the foundation and springboard to success. Of course, it is impossible to know everything and become an expert in every field. Therefore, you should focus on the areas where you can get the maximum return on your investment. You must study every day everything about your industry and profession. You must learn everything related to the work you feel passionate about. Success requires daily activities to develop your mind, expand your knowledge, and hone your skills. Choose a time that is less disruptive so you have time to fully devote yourself. You need at least 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day doesn't seem like a lot of time, but as time goes by, the time accumulates and accumulates. 2. Successful people are risk takers. You can't succeed without taking risk. The risk the successful people take is a cash flow risk. When pursuing a risky plan, examining variables means examining all potential scenarios that could lead to failure and preparing for contingency when taking calculated risks. At this time, it takes a lot of effort to carefully consider the potential risk, so that even if something goes wrong, there is nothing wrong with it. According to one study, 60% of the rich said they reduced their risk. On the other hand, only 6% of the poor said yes. Unsuccessful people appreciate unpredictable risk. Because I thoroughly plan each and every unexpected situation, I am prepared for the worst. 3. Make a list. Make a list of things that many people have to do, but you probably haven't heard of a don't list. In The Habit of Going to the Rich, the author has released a list of things not to do for a successful life. I will tell you in 1 minute. Next comes from Insightful Wisdom. Please keep in mind, don't worry list. 1. Most of the things you worry about don't happen. 2. Don't always try to do the right thing. There are many ways to the right destination. 3. Don't look at the situation from a short-term perspective. Have a big picture perspective. 4. Don't follow the crowd. Follow the crowd at best, you're only in the middle. 5. Don't wait for the perfect time. There's never a perfect time in life. 6. Don't delay starting until you know everything. That time never comes. 7. Don't judge others. Listen carefully to others and understand them for their point of view. 8. Don't try to be perfect. Instead of trying to be the best, let go of perfectionism. 9. Don't dwell on your old mistakes. Mistakes are part of growth and learning. 10. Don't ignore your friends and loved ones. After all, your loved ones are your true assets. 11. Do not neglect the present pleasures of the 11. It is a habit of showing gratitude and genuine care. What a successful person shouldn't do. We know it's just as important as to-do lists. On the other hand, unsuccessful people don't even realize that they're doing things that stand in the way. The things you shouldn't do make you aware of the things you shouldn't do. Make your own do-it-yourself mistakes and keep your mail. The list will allow you to take actions that may hinder your success. 4. Harmful relationships. A new relationship destroys your chances of success and saves your life. Harmful relationships affect your habits. Hanging out with smokers makes you a smoker, and hanging out with overweight people increases your chances of being overweight. Research results show that the average of the 5 people who are closest to you, the manager, is this country. So, it's better to avoid harmful relationships and stick to relationships that make you rich. The new relationship types are: 1. Negative type people are always depressed, pessimistic, and ridiculing hard-working people. 2. They hate absence because they think life is unfair. These deceptive types are unreliable because they lie constantly. 3. Children speak the truth, but they rationalize their bad behavior. They complain and criticize everything and everyone in life. 4. The shady type of people who pursue their own interests. It's even more dangerous because you're hiding your true self. 5. The type of person who is in financial trouble. These are always a lot of pizza ovens. He never borrows money and is often unemployed. 6. For 6 months, Lee and his children are always aiming for Oriental garlic, trying to make money through quick and easy work, believing that success is luck and don't spend time and effort. 7. Victim cosplayers see absence as simply beneficiaries of good fortune. Conversely, he thinks he is a victim. I think my situation is simply because I have been treated unfairly. People who are addicted to drugs, food, alcohol, and gambling risk. They have no willpower and no control over their actions. You are the average of the 5 people you spend most of your time with. Whether you like it or not, you are greatly influenced by the people closest to you. So if you want to be successful, it is better to avoid harmful relationships and be close to people with rich habits. 5. Use your power to leverage. Unsuccessful people agree with nobody but themselves. Somehow he tries to solve everything. Fully successful people use the power of leverage to help them achieve their goals and dreams. Leverage is the use of assets, knowledge, skills, time, money, relationships, everything in life to get what you want and need. Successful people, for example, have no chance to succeed in this way with people or groups that benefit them in some way. While staying in touch with like-minded people, the rich use at least 4 leverage. That's money, relationships, time, thoughts. The rich don't just invest their own money, but leverage the money of others. Also, the rich know that they don't have to be experts in every field if they've built useful networks. Leverage while collaborating with 10 people pursuing a common goal. Your day could be 240 hours. To do this, you need to make room for new things to come in and for stupid ideas to disappear. Others can leverage your wealth, technical knowledge, money, influence. 6. Be the master of your words and emotions. You don't have to put every thought of your mouth and show all your emotions. But most of the poor people express their thoughts and feelings unfiltered and say it is difficult to control their words and emotions. But successful people are the masters of their words and emotions. They know that they deal with negative emotions and lead to bad choices, so they drive out bad emotions as quickly as possible and replace them with positive ones. Rich people use the thinking, evaluating, and reacting techniques when confronted with negative emotions. This process allows you to respond appropriately without being swayed by negative emotions. Unsuccessful people are unaware of what vocabulary they use. Words that offend others without knowing it. You often say things that instill a bad sense of yourself. Wealthy people know well that more rain gives them the ability to communicate what they know more effectively. 7. Voluntarily focus on. Most people are completely unaware of their actions, habits, thoughts, and their relationships with others and their surroundings. Researchers have described this phenomenon as inattentive blindness. Inattentive blindness, Hewon, is because the area in our brain responsible for consciousness does not have the ability to perceive two things at once. Thanks to a single focus team, humanity was able to send humans to the moon, built the Brooklyn Bridge, split atoms, and other achievements. The ability to concentrate hard is actually the rich habit. The poor habit is a comparative study of 233 rich people and 128 poor people. According to the book, it is thanks to the power of concentration that people like film director James Cameron, actor Jim Carrey, and novelist J.K. Rowling have emerged from incredible poverty and turned into self-made millionaires, successful and famous. He abandoned the belief that it was impossible to get out of poverty and become rich. Edison, Tesla, Einstein, and Steve Jobs abandoned this focus. How many hours does a person able to voluntarily concentrate on? You can work for any number of years with laser-like concentration. To be successful, you need to make the most of your dreams and your voluntary focus to do so. 8. Delayed satisfaction. Successful people are more patient, and the joy of hard work is the future of plastic surgery. They also have the ability to work hard to achieve goals that have not been achieved for a long time. To be rich, you must learn to delay gratification. In particular, it takes time to make money, such as investment and business. For example, if you use your credit card to buy something at a discount right now, you will have to pay a much larger price over time. On the other hand, it boosts satisfaction right away and saves money to buy the product. You can save a lot of money. Also, if you overcome the urge to play right away and invest the time in self-development, you can get great economic and social rewards in the future. In order to support satisfaction, you need to change your mood and train your mind to develop the ability to take action. Success is mostly about finding easier things to do hard things. In other words, you have to recognize that it's worth delaying gratification and waiting for something better. 10 years later, if you go back to your youth, you'll think you should have saved and invested instead of spending the money on that thing. There are two ways to learn to get rich. One is to learn from your own mistakes and experiences, and the other is to learn from the mistakes and experiences of others. The first method is too difficult and expensive and can be demoralizing. It's much easier the second way, learning other people's mistakes and actions. Also, there is a degree to which at least someone has used it. Book Rich Habits, Poor Habits. Habits that lead to success in wealthy people found through research by comparing rich people with others. Are you spending anxious days with an empty wallet? Octopus success, big house, luxury car, go out. Do you want to be financially stable and have no satisfaction in life? If you change to habit 1 from now on, at some point you will discover you are making the rich people you have long wanted to be like. The color blooms. I support your success and happiness.